to another episode of Waterbreak. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. I got the whole gang here. Super Bowl just happened. How you fellas doing? First, we gonna start with Demo. How you doing, my guy? Long time no see.
Man, I'm cold out here, man. the Windy City, man. It's blistering cold. Just got out of that below 15 weather, man. We finally hit the 20s, I guess. So, I mean,
heat wave,
it's a little bit of a heat wave. Yeah, a little bit of a heat wave.
Without the shorts.
Okay, Jimmy Rogers, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Good game yesterday. My son is a little pissed off right now, but you know that happens, you know.
It's part of fandom. It's part of fandom.
Look, he still went to school representing, so I ain't even mad at him. He went Bengals everything. He went Bengals everything, so you know we good over there. We good.
And finally, last but not least, DJ, what's good?
Man, I'm here, brother. It's been a long journey to this week. I'm here, man. It's a party today, like you said, man. Let's get it. Can't complain.
Can't complain. I'm Gio, and man, the Super Bowl came, like most of the games in this playoffs, came down to the last couple minutes, the last 2 minutes. First reactions from you fellas. Jimmy, your reactions of the Super Bowl, how you feel about it?
It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I was looking for a Rams blowout. I'm glad the game was close. I like that they let them play for the most part. And wasn't calling no calls until the end. You know, it was a little questionable calls, but they let them play. I'm going to let that slide. They let them play for the most part. So it turned out to be a real good game. So we leave it at that.
DJ, how'd you walk away from it?
Man, it was a good game. Like Jimmy said, man, I thought they was going to let them play, man. And then I started scratching my head. The last 3 minutes became a flag fest and stuff like that. But I want to know y'all thoughts too, but I'm going to start off, man. Really enjoyed the halftime. I got a couple thoughts on that too. Man, the commercial was whack. It's like two that stood out.
Really?
Dude, the NFL commercial was dope when they came through the TV.
Dude,
that was crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was dope. And then LeBron talking like young LeBron, I like that just for nostalgia purposes. Man, ain't nothing else really stick out, man. I guess the Uber Eats one and Jim Carrey when he came back cable guy, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites too.
NFL snap with that one with the shorties.
I'm just piggybacking off of what y'all was just saying. I mean, the calls was a big part of the game. Them not calling a whole lot of penalties and stuff. I think it was 2-2 up until the fourth quarter. That played a big factor in how the game went. As soon as those unfortunate situations happened in the game, man, it just kind of threw the game a little off, you know. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great game. I thought that, you know, it played out the way that I anticipated. I wasn't looking for a blowout because then the ratings would have dropped. And I know the NFL, somehow they control that type of stuff to make sure that it's a little interesting at the end.
Oh, we know how to control it.
But yeah, that played a big factor in it, man. So I was interested all the way to the end, man, all the way to the end. And it played out like I said, just exactly how I thought. The halftime show was great. I'm glad that they was able to bring out almost all of that aftermath people. Kind of was hoping they would probably bring their game out or something like that, but I know him and 50 probably still got beef or whatnot. But yeah, man, it was great.
I was hoping for.
I give it an A+ all around, A+. And I wasn't really into the commercials. I ain't paying no attention to it.
I actually liked the commercials though. I thought they was pretty decent.
Which one? What stood out?
I mean, you named a few. The cable guy. I never can remember the Super Bowl commercials. First and foremost, because like they just breezed through me. But like I enjoyed them. They was funny. A lot of them was funny to me. I thought it was creepy how much 5G commercials there were. That kind of creeped me out. Like, why are there so many of them? The Halle Berry intro. It was You kind of told me how this game was gonna go. Movies and football, same thing in Hollywood. You know what I mean? But yeah, I had a good time watching. I really my expectations ain't high for commercials. I guess I got like outside of that Dorito one when the little kid smacked the guy like, "Don't touch my Dorito." Ain't much. Ain't many Super Bowl commercials I remember.
They always have for me 2 or 3 good ones. The NFL one that sold it for me.
Yeah, that was.
They played my boy Peyton though. They had my boy Peyton head looking like a skyscraper. But I was a little mad about that one.
They did something serious with Lamar Jackson chin too. He had a superhero chin. I was like, come on, man! The disrespect was crazy.
Oh. I don't know if it was Doritos or just Frito-Lay, that commercial, when they had like Jerry Rice and Montana. It was like in the they was upstairs in pajamas and stuff. And then Steve Young came up and it was like, nah, he's like, can I play? They're like, no, yeah. Or was it Troy Aikman? It was one of the two. And it was like going to different, like Marshawn Lynch was narrating the whole commercial. That was funny.
I got you.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny.
Y'all know the LeBron commercial.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jimmy. Yeah.
The LeBron commercial. You know, I be trying to hate on LeBron because my son like him. I thought he was copying off Mike, man. Well, Mike did it first. Well, Mike was a short.
I was just about to bring. That's the coolest Super Bowl commercial ever.
When I saw LeBron talking, I say, man, he done stole from Michael Jordan again. I'm like, he can't think of nothing for himself. Like, he can't think of nothing for himself, man.
Oh, I ain't even peeped that, man.
But it was a cool
I don't remember that commercial.
What, the Michael Jordan commercial?
The Michael Jordan commercial. I don't remember that one.
That's the greatest commercial of all time.
Man, are you serious?
It was Wizards Mike playing against Young Bulls.
You know what? You know what?
North Carolina Mike walked in.
That's a Kobe fan.
I remember that.
That's a Kobe fan. So
a Kobe fan remember everything about Mike.
That's a Kobe fan.
Bro, that Mike commercial is the coolest commercial ever.
And they was all tired at the end, and that's when the UNC came
North Carolina Mike came in.
Hey, I got next.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, Mike told him to get your young butt out there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember now. So let's get into it. What was the best play of this Super Bowl? It's the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? You gotta have tremendous things gotta happen. DJ, what was the best play of this game?
All right, for me, it's because it set the tone. And my man, I just feel bad. It's got to be the Odell touchdown in the first quarter. That set the tone. And man, I was just rooting for him, man, since the coin toss, man. And it's unfortunate what happened, man, but like they wouldn't have won without that. You know what I'm saying? Like that Odell touchdown set the tone. He was, man, the way he was moving, he was about to go and put up some numbers. You know what I'm saying? I think that gave the Rams the initial confidence that they needed because you remember they first got it, it was like 3 and out or something. They needed that, you know what I'm saying, Odell to break through, man. So to me, that's the most important play of the game. It's probably my play of the game.
The spotlight was really on him because like they was talking about he had the most expensive cleats ever. He walked out there. He after he scored the touchdown, he took the gloves off and gave it to North and St. West. You know.
Oh yeah, yep.
And as soon as he got injured, it was a bunch of players like you gotta get rid of that turf. You even called it because you were saying Odell get him down there, and Cooper Kupp was still a shine.
Yeah.
Bro, been happening for the past 8-9 weeks. Shout out to Cooper Kupp though, man. I like him, man.
Yeah, shout out to Cooper Kupp.
You know what's crazy? I was reading something. It was saying that Cooper Kupp. I just wanted to kind of just talk about that real quick. He's the first receiver to win the Triple Crown for receiving, most receptions, most receiving yards, most receiving touchdowns since Jerry Rice. And Jerry Rice didn't even do it in the same year. So I mean, it's crazy. He's the only other receiver to do it. So I know that they had one extra game this year. So I mean that plays a little bit of a factor, but I think he was gonna break it regardless, man. Just Stafford was just gonna go to him, and that's why I think that last drive played a big factor in that too. It's like, man, he did the same stuff the whole year. Like, I'm going to Cooper Kupp where when the chips is on the table, guess what? Guess who's getting the ball? And they didn't shy away from it, doubling them, whatever. He was throwing in double coverage. It didn't matter. Reminded me of Calvin Johnson back in the day for a second. Just throwing the ball to Calvin just because it's Calvin.
We all knew where the ball was going, and it's like, they was playing what, cover 3, or like they played man.
They was in zone.
Lord have mercy. That was they was
playing zone a bunch of times, and he ate them up in the zone. Then they went to man, doubling them on man, and it still wasn't working. But once they got on that 1 yard line, they was too scared of the QB sneaker, them trying to run it in. They put him out on single coverage. Bye-bye.
Yep.
It was a wrap.
But you know what that is, man. And I hate to say it. And I love Cooper Kupp. But you know how it is. All them DB's brothers, I don't care how much Cooper Kupp killed, man, he ain't gonna kill me. White boy ain't gonna kill me. And he blasting them. And you know how it is. So still underestimate them. My play. Aaron Donald still, he came through when he needed to, because they was on the ropes for a minute. Cincinnati had them on the ropes, and Aaron Donald and Von Miller shut all that down. They shut all that down in the second half.
Which play in particular?
To play to end the game. I use that as example. To play to end the game, and Cincinnati was moving, and he came with the pressure to shut all that down. So it was just typical of what he did the second half of the game. So his last play of the game was just typical of what he did.
Y'all both stole my best plays, because like that after what we seen, with Pat Mahomes with 23 seconds, it wasn't safe. They wasn't safe at all. They got the ball back with 1:27, I think, or less than a minute and a half. He marching down the field, third and short, really. That man got to him. That old line couldn't do nothing with that D line that was out there.
What I said last show. That's what I said the last show. Didn't you pick the Bengals, Jimmy, or that was Isaiah?
No, sir. That was Isaiah.
He said, no, sir. That was the other one.
I picked the Rams and picked Aaron Donald to win MVP, because I said he was going to get 3 sacks.
That line, man.
It's close. That was close. 3 sacks. He got 2.
Man, he should have.
Joe Burrow, man.
If he didn't throw the ball away, he would got 3 on my last play.
Joe Burrow, I got a lot of. He tough, man.
Bro, but they really got to address that time, man. He set the record for getting sacked, like in the playoffs and the regular season.
Quarter.
And he is super dope, man. But like that, his career could really be short
if they don't address that line this offseason.
Dude.
Everybody need to be fired.
Yeah,
everybody in the house need to be fired. You got $50 million in cap room. You got a couple draft picks. You supposed to draft all offensive linemen and
you got the coldest young wide receiver in the league on a rookie contract for another 3 years. Y'all got to win now because he gonna get paid. He the coldest. If somebody say he the best receiver in the league, I won't argue with him. But that's debatable. But he's so cold, Jamar Chase.
I was telling people when they was crying about Justin Jefferson and how cold he was, I say, dude, he wasn't even the coldest at LSU. I'm like, y'all think Jefferson cold? I'm like, Chase was the man at LSU. So I like where they going, but I was just telling Gio, it's gonna be rough for them to get back to the Super Bowl, because that AFC is loaded for the next 5 years, boy.
Oh yeah.
Especially when Aaron Rodgers go to black and yellow.
No, sir. Y'all getting Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, that ain't my team. I just think it's gonna be a good fit, man.
Jimmy Garoppolo going to Pittsburgh.
Demo, what was your best play of the Super Bowl?
Man, I feel like the 2 best plays done been said already, but I mean, I would have to say the best play was Cooper Kupp hitting the end zone, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Like I said, everybody was kind of full. Thought it was probably going to be a QB sneak or somebody trying to run it in, and he tossed it up to him, and he sealed the game as far as points wise. No points got scored after that, so I had to go with that.
Yeah, he did a little. He went up for it too. It was like a toss up.
Yeah.
He used those calf muscles wisely.
But honestly, my favorite play, maybe not the best play, but my favorite play was watching Aaron Donald point to his hand, say, "Oh yeah, put that ring on my finger, man. Put that ring on my finger," because he deserved it, man. He had a great game, man. If Cooper Kupp didn't do what he did at the end of the game, I probably would have said for sure Aaron Donald would have got it.
My FanDuel bet was counting on it. But I got another play. It happened early. That Jamar Chase catch on Jalen Ramsey.
The one-hand joint?
Dude.
Bro, that's why I say if somebody say he's the best, I'm not mad. I don't think he's the best receiver right now. He top 3. This is first year though, but that catch was unreal, man.
Look, I'm telling everybody now that's watching, if you play fantasy football with me, if I'm top 5, I'm taking Chase. If y'all let him drop and I got the 9th or 10th pick, I'm taking him and Justin Jefferson back to back. So I'm already letting y'all know how I'm rocking. But I'm grabbing Chase next year in fantasy.
You gotta grab a QB first round, man.
No, sir. Never.
That's the rule, man.
Oh, never. No more. That was that.
Never.
That's over with. They all putting up numbers, but
you trying to set somebody up, DJ?
I don't know.
It's been a few years since I played fantasy, but it's all you.
Okay.
Grab one of the QBs that put up numbers.
Yeah, there's too many of them now.
You come play with me next year.
My least favorite play of the game would happen to be the because Jimmy was hyping it. Jamar Chase versus Ramsey. So I'm watching it. And, you already mentioned the time he got burnt. Let's talk about the time he got violated right in front of the referee, and they ain't called nothing. And then the man went down and scored a touchdown.
Smelled like Apollo Creed, man, when he fought Drago, man.
Did you hear what they said about it?
What did they say?
You could rape the face. He said if they didn't grab it in the head, then turn. And I'm like, man, what y'all watching, B?
That was some garbage.
That was face mask all day, bro.
I would have took them just saying, man, we ain't see it.
You say we ain't see it.
You can't say that because the referee is right there.
But I would rather him say that than the excuse D-Jack just said they said. You know what I'm saying? And which made later in the game even worse because y'all didn't call that, but y'all was calling these defensive interference calls.
I said it here. Speaking of that, Jimmy, I wanted the Rams to win, but the fix was in. That pass interference on Cooper Kupp call at the end that put him on the 1, all that flag fest, bro. LA was
holding.
Was it defensive holding? I thought it was.
It was defensive. It was defensive holding. You talking about the one where
it was a lot of flags thrown, okay?
It was 2 in a row, but it was one that put him in on the 1 yard line. I thought it was a PI.
They were 8 and goal. They had 8 attempts to go in the goal line. False starts were missed on the Rams' part.
Big time.
So, it's a lot. I know it could be confusion of which call was which. It was a holding. It was a pass interference. It was a taunting call. Shout out to my man who got a taunting call.
What he dressed?
He didn't even dress for the game.
He's an idiot.
Hey, buddy came out there with slides on.
I said he wanted his spot. He wanted to get on TV so bad. You might not have to play another game in the NFL. Get on TV.
Oh, he getting cut. He cut already. Hey, that was too funny, man.
Because what he said? Y'all would have won if I was playing. Y'all would have won if I was playing. Y'all, they lucky I was injured, man.
Man, speaking of injuries, man, that's my least favorite play, man. Watching Odell go down after he started so good. You know what I'm saying? He set the tone, had another nice little catch running down the sideline. I'm watching him. You know, I don't know if they came out and confirmed it yet, but usually when you don't get touched, man, that's like ACL, MCL, and it's the same knee. So if that's ACL, that's his next season too. After he just starting to look like what he used to look like. So that was my least favorite play, man, to watch that, man. That's unfortunate. Because he could have walked home with MVP.
I blame Baker Mayfield because I'm pretty sure he was at home seething. And he pulled out his voodoo doll. It was like, not today.
Now.
Crazy. Yeah, but that's my least favorite.
What's yours, Demo? What's your least favorite, man? Before I do mine.
I know we was just talking about the penalties. So, I mean, for me, it was that defensive holding because it didn't look like he got held at all, Cooper Kupp. And then that reset everything. They got back in red zone. They got that, that first down. What I did disagree with is I did feel like the pass interference was a pass interference, but it just happened in a series of penalties. It just felt like, why so much stuff happening in their way, in their favor. But I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like, sometimes it's that type of balance in the game and the refs start to, find ways to try to balance the game, so. Yeah, it was a unfortunate situation, but I mean, it's a series of unfortunate stuff going on in the game and throughout the game. So, but yeah, that was probably my least favorite play because it felt like it was the wrong call.
Yeah, that's why I say the fix was in, man. You can't let them play for 50, 55 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes, it's a flag fest. It's questionable, man. That
I agree.
And I think he was right.
They was going. It was I was kind of glad not to see Tom Brady because that was a Tom Brady flag fest. But my least favorite play will be the entire play of the Bengals offensive line. Just the way they played was just everything about it was least for me because they almost got the man killed.
First half wasn't that bad.
Man, it was died for them. But once they made them halftime adjustments.
I mean, I feel like, and give credit where credit due. I mean, the Rams probably got one of the best defensive lines probably out there. In my opinion, at least for the year, this year, probably the best defensive line. As soon as they added Von Miller, it was something different. Yeah. But then to see, Leonard Floyd kind of come out of his shell a couple years ago.
Middle linebacker. He was killing.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like you said, I mean, Aaron Donald, he had those 2 sacks, but I just feel like because of how good they played, that made the Bengals line look even worse. Because, I mean, when they was playing these other AFC teams, to get to the Super Bowl, they had they good plays. They had they good times, what I'm saying? They good quarters and they good drives. So you can't really say it's all they offensive line.
I think he was still getting touched in those games too, though. But
he wasn't. He was able to get out of those situations.
He didn't get sacked 7 times in one quarter, though.
Exactly.
Popped 9 times in one game, though.
But I'm just saying he was still on his back those games, though. But one thing I want to throw out an honorable mention, though, for worst play. My man Matt Stafford, he I forgot who it was. I want to say Jefferson. He
interception?
Yeah. Because he burnt his man, was in the end zone, and Matt threw it so short that the guy who was trying to recover was able to turn around and just grab the ball. That was the worst play of the game. Come and think about it. Outside of the little ref stuff, I think that was the worst play of an actual player.
Jefferson wasn't fighting for the ball, but then I found out his wife was about to go on label, so his man wasn't on the game.
That's my best play of the game. His wife getting the hell out of the game, get out that arena in time to have a baby. That's my best play of the game.
Yeah, so I was mad at him, and I'm like, this dude ain't even here to play. But when I found out his wife was due anytime, I'm like, I don't know how he playing, and she
you get a pass, bro.
Right, so he got a pass for me, but I was cussing him out at first, though.
But how was he gonna fight when he was alone in the end zone and his man is running after
the
him?
whole game? He didn't seem like when they would throw the ball, he wouldn't put up a fight for it.
I'm just saying, if I know that you just finna look for Cooper Kupp all game, how much effort I'm gonna put in there?
Hey man, he been with them all year.
He was open a lot of times when they was a lot of those holding plays. He was on the other side of the field.
He done dropped a lot of balls too, though.
Halftime show. Let's talk about it. You know, they had Dre, Mary J, Kendrick, Adala. He came down from upside down.
$1. I see what you did there.
Yeah, $1 now.
Bogus.
I don't know why he thought that was the way. You saw when he got down off it.
Hey, I seen a meme where they had Bizarre coming down and like it was him. I was like,
Spice Adams did too. Spice Adams did too.
Spice Adams a fool, bro.
Spice Adams did it too.
Man.
But they ought to give 50 because he always clowning people. So I ain't even mad at them for getting him. But he was bogus. He was bogus.
Right. Yeah, he do be trolling people, man. I agree with you. He deserved that.
I really, y'all know I'm a hip hop dude. I really enjoyed the halftime show. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, my favorite, I would probably say I enjoyed Kendrick a little bit more than there. And Dre and Snoop, it's always a treat to watch them together. You know what I'm saying? I like what Kendrick did. You know what I'm saying? You can't not get hyped when, all right, come on, we're going to be all right. And that thing. And at first, I didn't know how I felt about Eminem taking a knee. And then I'm okay with it.
I thought he was tired. He's 40 now. And then they was playing Pac, so I'm like, oh, he gonna stay down there because Pac out of memory. I didn't know he was doing it for political reasons.
Right. Right. I hope he come out and say why he did it. Then it'd be more
he not.
He won't. You know what I'm saying? If he come out and say I was in support of this or cap things like that. Cool.
The NFL already beat him to it. They was like, we knew he was gonna do that. Yeah. We knew he was gonna do that. Don't worry about it. We knew. They lying, but
yeah, I enjoy it.
They lie a lot about those halftime shows, like the Janet Jackson situation, Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was a wardrobe malfunction.
How?
Psych. Come on now.
What was supposed to be there?
Hey. What was the line? I'm gonna get you naked by the end of the song. Like, come on, man.
Right. I'm gonna get you naked by the end of the song. And the song, nigga, titty out.
The titty was camera ready too. Like, how's that a mistake?
Had sparkles around it.
Right.
Was right with me.
I want to say my vote for the most useless form of journalism was they reported Snoop Dogg was smoking before he got on stage, and it's like,
who's surprised by that?
It would be more of a story if he did it sober. Like, what are you talking about?
It's like, who cares?
You're right.
Right, water is wet, motherfucker.
It's Snoop Dogg.
Him and Willie Nelson. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Kanye. He was in attendance with a mask on. Some guy was sitting behind him. He said he asked one of his friends, like, damn, I shouldn't have wore this mask. I should have wore the other one. I can't see out these holes and it's hot. Wow. And he said, should I take it off? And they told him, no. You're going to like you uncommitted. You got to commit to it. But then he said, what about halftime? They told him no. And then he took it off. They was like, you don't listen.
I like the halftime show though. Once he started playing the piano for Still D.I.E., I like that. When I hear that, I think about my son because my son acts silly. So when that come on, he always crip walk wherever we at. So as soon as he heard the piano, he started crip walking because he still kept thinking his team was gonna win. So that probably was my favorite part. To see Mary J. At least she didn't do a little goofy dance. I wasn't.
She had the
She did do it.
doing it
She
too.
did
a little bit.
All of them did it.
She had the backup dancers doing it.
The backups was doing it too.
Yeah, dude. That's what I didn't want to see, but I was like, this is the Super Bowl.
Man, I'm glad she hit that. I guess it. Mary looked good.
She got some good thigh meat.
Hey,
good thigh meat.
Hey, but on that piano note, I was glad he played that Blackstreet. That Don't Leave Me Girl.
I think
he
that
started
was
off with that. Yeah.
I think that was more the pop though. That's
what I think people thought he was finna do I Ain't Mad at You and bring a hologram.
I Ain't Mad at You came out first.
Yeah, you right.
I thought he was finna do a Pac hologram.
Right.
But they just shut the stadium down.
My favorite tweet of the night was, I like how Dr. Dre out here trying to convince everybody he produced all these beats.
Hey, Alchemist made still DRE, still Dre, like real talk.
And I also like how he finished it with still DRE and Jay-Z, because that's the song Jay-Z wrote, and Jay-Z hooked up the Super Bowls, charged Super Bowls now. So it all comes full circle. I
was telling my son that Jay-Z wrote that. They was like, what? I said, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who was your MVP? Because I disagree who they gave the trophy to. I thought Aaron Donald should have been MVP. I mean, he had the story. He made the game-winning play. He had 2 sacks. He commanded the defense. But they don't like giving it to defensive players. So, like, who are y'all MVP of the game?
I'm gonna have to echo you, brother. I thought Aaron Donald. I'm not mad at Cooper Kupp. Like I said, I like Cooper Kupp, but that Stafford Cooper Kupp drive, that last touchdown drive to get the win, would be meaningless if it wasn't for Aaron Donald the whole second half. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, they started off the half, the Bengals with a touchdown, and every other time they marched down, they either held them to 3 or they stopped them. The defense came alive. So, and the way the Bengals was playing and coming alive, if it wasn't Aaron Donald on there, you know what I'm saying? They was marching, man. They would have put up at least 2 more touchdowns. And the Cooper Kupp drive would have been meaningless, man. Aaron Donald, man, you get my vote, MVP.
What about you, Jimmy?
Well, I picked Aaron Donald to be MVP last week, so he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, actually. I thought he should have won MVP. But, them giving it to Cooper Kupp, he did kill. And, like we were saying, no matter what they did, and we all knew he was getting the ball and everything, and he still came through. So I understand it. But like D-Jack said, Aaron Donald set the whole tone for the second half because they was on the ropes, man, about to get the knockout blow. And Aaron Rodgers was like, Aaron Donald was like, I ain't having it. Take this with you. Take these 2 sacks with you, player. So, I think Aaron Donald should have got it, but, it is what it is.
D, Mo?
I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. Still, I feel like Cooper Kupp should have got it. I feel like his drive was that important. That drive that he had. I feel like his production. Having 2 touchdowns and a plethora of catches and receiving yards. I mean, it sealed the game for them. Knowing that they kept going to the man, even though he was double teamed, got zoned, pass interference, roughed up a little bit, couple big hits. He still kept coming at him. He was relentless yesterday, and I think that was what ultimately made the game a little bit different. Because their offense was trash for a couple of minutes, couple of quarters after that first half. And it just all of a sudden came back to life again towards the end of the game in that last drive. But one thing I did want to say, though, maybe if Aaron Donald would have got that 1 more sack and had 3 sacks, then he probably would have got it.
The thing that kind of tainted it for me was because all those flags. So he had like 20 opportunities to get that touchdown and be MVP. That's what kind of like soured it for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that more so like favored Matthew Stafford and a lot of the stuff that he was doing wrong and a lot of the mistakes he was making. But I feel like Cooper Kupp, it's not that hard for a quarterback to just throw in somebody's area. That's all Matthew Stafford really had to do. But Cooper Kupp was the one out there making the plays, in my opinion. So, I mean, like, if they would have gave it to Matthew Stafford, yeah, then it would have been like, okay, well, he had a lot of penalties called in his favor, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, it's more so, he was out there, like I said, he was taking the hits, he was getting double covered, and he still got it. And those plays didn't come until they actually were in the red zone anyway, in all honesty. So
that's true.
And also, he got a touchdown.
Go ahead.
I'm saying he also got a touchdown return because of the offset penalty.
Yeah.
They should have let that stand.
Wasted our goddamn time.
Like, offset penalties, this shit just be a touchdown. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
I actually wasted more time, even though they didn't do as much with it anyway, but it did waste a little bit more of the clock.
Yeah.
What you were saying, D? Jack?
No. I agree. Even though I thought it should have been Aaron Donald. I mean, Cooper Kupp, he did, and most of the penalties came in the red zone. He did help him get to the red zone. I mean, I'm not mad at the pick. You know what I'm saying? I just think Aaron Donald was a little bit more deserving. It would have been a better story, too. But Cooper Kupp is the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't take nothing away from him.
Well, speaking of Cooper Kupp, my least vital player was Eli Apple. I did not know people hated Eli Apple as much as they did. But he was exposed on a national stage like I've never seen a defensive player exposed on a national stage before. What was your least vital player, DJ?
Man, so the reason that Matthew Stafford kept throwing in the red zone when they got all them penalties, they on the 1 yard line and couldn't run it in, because Cam Akers ain't do a damn thing the whole game. Bro, you had 13 carries with 21 yards. That's like 1.5 yards, yo. They couldn't even run. Yo, it wasn't an option to run in the red zone. It's 2 minutes left. You on the 5. You should, on first down, you got to run them first. At least first down, you got to run. But Cam Akers was a no-show, man. I like Cam Akers, too. You know what I'm saying? But he was a no-show, man. They had 0 running game. So, so even when they had to get the first down on that last drive, they pitched it. It was pretty much a running play to Cooper Kupp, and he got the first down. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have another running game. So, yeah, you're a champion, Cam Akers, but you got to take the L.
What about you, Demo?
Hey, it's kind of crazy. I have been thinking about it for a while, and I was gonna say the running game for the LA Rams. I mean, so it's funny that you said Cam Akers, but I just felt like, Henderson, ain't that his name, number 27? He ain't do nothing either. I mean, they got a couple of running backs out there, and they didn't do nothing. I mean, Sean McVay's offense is predicated on running the ball, opening it up for play action, and opening it up for the pass game. You can't run the ball. And I mean, I said it earlier too. I mean, they offense was trash in that second half up until that last touchdown. And a big reason why it was so trash, they just couldn't run the ball, So, and I mean, maybe you could blame it on the offensive line not really being aggressive and getting them some holes and stuff out there too. But man, I feel like maybe Sean McVay should have came with a couple more screens or something like that, just to get the running backs going. So, but I just got to say their running game was just terrible. Terrible.
Thanks.
Well, mine going to be, I was going to say one thing, but I'm going to go with Zach Taylor. I didn't like the adjustments he was making in the second half, with the D-line for the Rams putting so much pressure on Burrow. He should have been trying to run the ball with Joe Mixon a little more to keep him honest, and he should have been getting the ball out quicker. You know what I'm saying? Slants. He got receivers. He should have been throwing some quick slants because they was coming. He should have been trying to protect his quarterback a little more better than what he did, because he almost got the boy killed. So Zach Taylor going to be my least valuable player for his adjustments. He didn't make the proper adjustments. He got exposed a little bit. So, like I said, he should have went to the running game a little more. Joe Mixon was doing decent. He should have used that a little more, and it might have opened up a little bit more for for Jamal Chase and stuff. So I'm gonna give it to the coach of the Bengals.
What are you looking forward to next season?
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to my Bears. That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see what they do. I'm always gonna be looking forward to the Bears. So that's gonna be my big thing. I want to see them do something. I want to see them make some noise. They've been making a lot of noise with the coaching and bringing certain people in. I want to see, exactly what Justin Fields can do. I want to see, what they do in the draft and what they pick up to help. That's what I'm looking forward to.
What about you, Jimmy? What are you looking forward to? I know it ain't the Broncos.
How dare you? I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with these quarterbacks in the offseason, to see where these quarterbacks go between Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Garoppolo, Jameis. I think where these quarterbacks go is going to do a little changing of the guard with teams this offseason. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Bears sucking again for me to win some more money. So I'm looking forward. Like I see Demo, he all the moves they make. I'm looking forward to the moves they make because it's gonna help me place my bet quicker on how many games they're gonna win next year. So far I'm looking at 7. So I'm looking forward to the Bears. But the quarterbacks, to see where these quarterbacks go, I'm looking forward to it. Russell Wilson.
Who your team, Jimmy?
Broncos, man. I'm a Denver fan. Peyton Manning. I'll never root for the Bears again in life.
You live in Denver?
No, I live here.
What's here?
I live in Chicago. Born and raised.
Okay, so hold on. I'm just gonna ask you this one question. Are you a fan of any Chicago sport team?
White Sox.
Okay, so then you're excused, man. You just hate the Bears, then. That's the problem. I'm thinking you hate the city. I thought you hated the city that you from or something, man. I'm about to say,
he hates the Bears. He hates the Bulls. He hates the Cubs.
They probably disappointed him, man.
Chicago Fire, cool.
I can't speak on that.
I've never liked the Cubs. I'm not.
You're a Sox fan.
I don't believe in liking both teams. I'm from an era where you don't like one of them. You gonna like one of them.
We disagree there too, man. I'm a Chicago fan. I love all Chicago teams.
Oh no.
I don't really like
We built different. I ain't never rooted for I've liked some of their players, but the Cubs, never.
I was in on the Cubs until Tech was saying you gotta choose one or the other. There ain't no big when they went to the playoffs right before Bartman caught that ball.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, man, fuck the Cubs. And then that happened. I was like, yeah, see. So it's been like I've toned it down. I'm kind of more on demo speed now. Like just Chicago win.
No,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? They have back to school funds for the kids and stuff, for the city. So I support them. They support the city, I support them.
It's Sox all day. White Sox all day. But it's funny though, I grew up when I was growing up, I'm from the South Side. I grew up right by White Sox Stadium. But my favorite player in the 80s was Andre Dawson. But
I rocked with Dawson. I rocked with Sandberg. I rocked with Dunston.
Mark Gray.
I rocked with the Cubs on the whole. And Sammy, I can't stand him. Most overrated dude ever.
Well, Sammy hate himself. That's why you white now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He do hate himself, man.
He's a clown.
Love thyself. Love thyself.
Right. If anybody know me, they already know my reason with the Bulls. That's just.
What's your reason?
I ain't even going in it. It ain't.
Let's just move along.
That's another episode.
That's a whole nother series.
Previous episode.
That's a whole nother
podcast
series.
talking about it.
I had a whole podcast talking about that.
Can I ask one question though? You did like Jordan Bulls, right, in the 90s?
I like Jordan. I like Jordan.
You like his teammate.
I am the biggest Jordan fan ever. I'm the biggest Jordan fan ever. But did I like the Bulls? Hell no.
Hey, let me just ask you this one thing. And I hope you can sum this up pretty quickly. why do you hate the Bears and the Bulls? Is it the same reason or is it different reasons?
No, I hate the Bears just how they do business. I never like.
So, were you a fan of the Bears?
Huh?
Were you ever a fan of the Bears?
When they won the Super Bowl in '85.
Okay.
So,
but
they treated their players from the '85 team. I didn't like how when they let Wilbur Marshall go. I was done. I didn't like how they did business.
Gotcha.
So I'm one of them. The Bulls, Game 7, 1990 playoffs. I was done.
Pippen had a headache, man.
The migraine game. I was
Pippen
done.
had a headache.
Nigga was a pump. He got pumped. That's what that was. He was scared.
It's loud in there. You got lights and everything. People trash talk. Dennis Rodman out there, man. Come on.
They was trash talking Mike too.
Hey,
he didn't have a headache. He had a migraine.
Marv was
Dennis Rodman done got in a lot of people's heads, man.
And
I just like saying he scared Shaq. But that's just like saying he scared Shaq. I mean, Shaq played completely different when Dennis Rodman got there. That Magic team, they ain't do none of the same stuff.
After that game, I was done. I ain't rooted for him since. Found me a new team and kept it moving.
Yeah, man. I was raised, my brother and my uncle, man, they always been Chicago fans. So that's always how I've been, man. Always been a Chicago fan. And if I don't like the coaching, the management, man, I'm going to start a freaking petition. I'm trying to get them out of there, man. Forget it. That's how dedicated of a fan I am, man. But I'm going to say this. Yeah, I'm going to say this, though, man. I just can't switch, I just can't, man. I just always been all Chicago. Now, if one of them not in the playoffs or something like that, or they not doing good, you know what I'm saying? I'll say, hey, this is who I think can win it, or this is my favorite to win it. But yeah, I never root for no other team, man. Only Chicago.
He said, shit. What about, let's move along. DJ.
Man, I got to agree with both of these brothers a little bit. I'm definitely looking forward to the Bears. I want to see Justin Fields take that next step. I want to see the new leadership, the coaches and upper management, see what wrinkles they put in, what they bring. I do want to see where the pieces fall too, with like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers too. And if Aaron Rodgers bounce, which is 50-50 right now, the North is going to be wide open. Ain't no what the Lions is worse than us.
Trash.
The Vikings can be good, but they not dependable. You know what I'm saying?
Minnesota gonna win the North.
I feel like Zimmerman was a good coach. He was pretty consistent. He was playing in a division where he had to battle Aaron Rodgers 2 times a year. Like, come on, man. Right. He was a solid coach, man. And he did. I feel like as soon as he left the Bengals dropped. And that's why Marvin Lewis freaking lost his job, because he ain't had nobody backing him the way that Zimmerman was.
True.
I'm going to say this and then I'm done. I'm looking forward to Aaron Rodgers leaving. And Demo really brought this in my soul to say this. Because he's like a lot of guys I know. Aaron Rodgers going to leave and Bear fans are going to swear. Just like DJ said, the North going to be open. Bear fans going to be hype. Oh, man, I'm going to make so many bets. And I'm looking forward to Green Bay shocking them. And my man Love coming decent.
Your man Love.
Dang, man.
They going to beat the Bears, and Lord willing, I hope all of us make it back next season. If that happen, Demo, man, I'll let y'all have it, bro. I'm just letting you know now.
You starting to lean. You starting to lean. Right. You starting to lean more towards being a Packer fan than a Bear hater, man. Dang. I thought you would have been like, man, maybe Vikings could take it or something.
Oh no. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going anywhere. It was just reports saying they in the best inning they have been in years. They wined and dined him. They saying they're gonna spend money, and he's like, okay.
I've seen that before and seen him get traded and seen the person get traded the next day.
I've seen it. I don't think they're gonna trade Aaron Rodgers though. That's my caveat for that. What I'm looking forward to Justin Herbert redeeming his season. I'm looking forward to Mike Tomlin finally getting a quarterback. Hopefully it's it'll be interesting to see Jameis Winston.
I hope he get Derek Carr just to make you mad. I hope he get Derek Carr.
I hope we get Russ. I hope Russ go there.
Why would you say Derek Carr though?
Don't you like the Raiders?
Yeah, I like the Raiders.
I want him to get Derek Carr.
I want to see my Raiders own their division again. And I want to see the Bears do something. I want to see if they really went out and got a good GM and coach, or if they just didn't want to change the nameplates in the office. They got another Matt and Mike. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Demo, you got anything on? Any shout outs?
Yeah, man. Just want to see what the Bulls could do. They looking real good, man. So I just want to give a shout out to them. Looking like they might make some noise in the playoffs, possibly. DeMar DeRozan, he ain't got to worry about seeing LeBron in the Eastern Conference playoffs this year. So maybe he'll do something.
First round exit.
Nobody might worry about.
Man, I'll take that bet.
First round exit. First round. Exit.
I'll take that first round exit.
I've been calling DeMar DeRozan trash for like 6 years. So him on the team doing well is kind of I'm a hypocrite.
It's no pressure yet. It's no pressure yet.
I know it's no pressure. I've seen this man fall so much under pressure.
Just wait. When the pressure came.
Bro, the only way they gonna get first round exit, the only way they get in the first round exit is like, right now Brooklyn in the 8th seed, and like they get them 6, 7, 8 seed, and Kyrie get vaccinated, and Ben Simmons, all of them come together, and we got to play them first round. That might be scary. Other than that,
you don't think the Nets gonna pay for his fines?
Oh man,
I think they're gonna do that. Playoffs, they're gonna pay for his fine so he can play every game. I think they're gonna do that actually.
Yeah. What about you, Jimmy? Got any shout outs?
We're gonna shout out my podcast, Talking Sports with the Know-It-All. This week, everybody talking basketball. We just did a mid-season show talking about who we like for the rest of the year, and I did another special show. We did we talking about the NBA All-Star Weekend, and I did that show with my sons and my nephew. So look out for that show to drop probably Wednesday or Thursday. So NBA season in, I'm excited. So just look out for me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Talking Sports with the Know-It-All. That's it.
All right, DJ.
Man, follow me, bjackson82 on most social media. Second Cousins album coming out probably next month. 80s Babies album still in stores, Unlearn. It just hit another plateau. It's doing really good, man. But yeah, man, I'm out here, man. Just check me out.
And that's the show. You can catch us on Open Gym Sports and Culture on Facebook, OGSC on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch us on Ball, Chicago Sports Network, on all podcast forms. Go to YouTube, Open Gym Sports and Culture, OGSC Sports and Culture. We got a plethora of videos there for you to all enjoy. It's right up there. It's all for you. We here. Thanks for coming with us. We had one hell of a season. Peace.
Next
Go
year.
Bears.
Oh, kudos. Thank you guys for coming out. I know DJ, you in the dark room right now. You in your lair. Demo, I don't know where you at. You been in the car for 30 minutes. got your child in the back.
Location unknown. Yeah,
got your child in the back. I hope she ate. See y'all soon.
She's fed.
She's fed.